an influencer. Whether you're 18 with 1,000 Instagram followers or 80 with 20 Facebook friends, you have influence. And as Christ followers, the way we engage online should look different from the world. I'm Jessica Johnson, host of the Upside Down Influencer podcast. I've worked in media for over a decade, managing social media and creating content for pastors, Christian authors, and faith-based organizations. In every role, there was a weightiness in how I showed up online. Because at the end of the day, I wasn't just representing an organization or a person, I was representing Christ. Over time, I realized that responsibility isn't just for churches or influencers or people with big platforms. It applies to every single Christ follower on social media. Looking back on my journey, both personally and professionally, I often wished for guidance, not on how to create content, but how to be on social media as a Christian. That's where Upside Down Influencer comes in. This podcast is about sparking conversations on what we see online and how we, as Christ followers, can approach it differently. Look, I don't have all the right answers, but I'm committed to asking the right questions. I'll be bringing on guests who have insight into areas I don't. People with large platforms, people with small platforms, pastors, friends, content creators, and believers of all generations. Together, we'll discuss topics like social media trends, self-promotion, comparison, modesty, mental health, consumerism, fitness culture, who we follow, what we like, pornography, guarding our hearts and minds, and ultimately reclaiming what it really means to be an influencer. Because social media isn't just a platform, it's a mission field. Yes, it can be toxic, but it can also be a tool. And we need believers who are willing to be a light in dark places. But to do that, we must be equipped ourselves. We need community, conversation, and discipleship. All things, I pray, will happen through this podcast. So will you join me in discovering what it really means to be set apart for Christ on social media? Because whether you realize it or not, you're an influencer for an upside down kingdom. Let's do this together.